This question was submitted by Sarah and Joe in Norcross. It says, school starts for many counties around Greater Atlanta next week. How does the start of the school year affect real estate? We are still on the fence about selling and buying. I feel for your situation. The reality is that back to school season does affect real estate. Last year and the year before, and I'm guessing this year, it will affect it less than it has affected it in the past, and it's simply because there's not enough inventory, meaning home buyers and sellers who may prefer to have bought or sold during the summertime when the kids were out of school, because in many cases they felt like they couldn't, or they couldn't find a home to buy, whatever, that gets pushed down the schedule and maybe winds up turning into a fall closing. But there are three major buyer and seller behavior changes that take place after the school year begins, and I'm sure if you are a parent, you can totally relate to this. You probably can relate to this even if you are not a parent. But number one, families pause their home search. As you can understand, families prefer to move during the summer when the kids are out of school, and it's not really ideal to have kids switch schools in the middle of the school year. I have 4 daughters. We probably could have done that when they were really young, but trying to do that in middle school or high school, I'm not sure I'd be tough enough to convince my girls that we need to switch schools in the middle of the school year. Number two, buyers and sellers start thinking about the holidays. I know early August seems too early to think about the holidays, but it's August, September, October, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, December, Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. And buyers and sellers know that it can take a month or two to get under contract, plus another month or two to get a deal closed in some cases, and they don't want all that to wind up happening right over the holidays. Now, it does not mean that there are no buyers looking to buy a home over the holidays. There are a lot of buyers because there's a lot of relocation that happens in Metro Atlanta, so you still have a lot of people flowing into Metro Atlanta November, December, getting ready to start a new job January the 1st. But people start to change their mindset and think about the holidays. And then the third thing is buyers and sellers aim for a smooth move. In most markets, it's more pleasant to move during the warm summer months than in the cold winter months. Based on buyer and seller behaviors, the average real estate market slows at the beginning of the back-to-school season, and it continues to slow somewhat until the new year. Here are the things that I think you can expect to see from the real estate market once the kids are back in school. Number one, declining sales. There's a well-established trend of decreasing sales, unit sales, during the fall and winter months. This means fewer buyers and fewer sellers are in the market during the school year. Sometimes it takes a little longer to sell homes in the fall and winter months than in the spring and summer. I'll give you a specific example. In July of 2021, the average American home took 15 days to go under contract. By August of that year, it had gone from 15 days to 17 days. By September, it went to 19 days. So 15 to 19 is not that big of a deal, but it is a significant percentage increase. So it takes longer to sell during the fall and winter months. And then most years, you'll actually see a slight decrease in the median and the average sales price because of lower buyer demand during the winter. This doesn't mean that you should be concerned and not interested or willing to sell your house during the fall and the winter. The reality is average sales price in the U.S., median sales price in the U.S., 2021 in August, $378,000, September, $375,000. The decrease was not huge, but prices can cool somewhat over the fall and winter season. So, Sarah and Joe, I would not, under any circumstances this year, hold off on listing my home and buying. I think you might find there's plenty of buyers out there still willing to buy homes.